Humidor shop talk. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFella. Hey, as you see, I'm hooded up, dark glasses. Let me explain why. The SmokeFellas blackout yesterday at Eduardo Lamone's adult hooky day. It was Stone Cold Groove, and when I say Stone Cold Groove, it was a party. And if you missed it, hey, next year when you hear us talk about it, you better make sure you get on for the ride because we had DJ Surprise, man, and then followed up with DY Nemesis. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was a whole vibe. And if you missed out, man, you gotta check us out next year. I'm struggling. I know my guys, they struggling because people showed up and showed out. That's all I got to say, man. But before I get started and bring in my boys, want to put some smoke in the air for some of our fellow smoke fellas, Vince, Mark, Joe. They lost some family members, man. So we want to put some smoke in the air for them before we get this show started, man. Much love, respect. If you need the fellas, we here for you. And on that, let me bring in my guys. My boy, Lucky Lefty. What's up?
Today's theme is, but did you die?
I almost died.
Did you die?
I almost died.
We're here, man. Day after the blackout. Welcome to the Gatorade Water edition of the show. This is sponsored by Gatorade, Powerade, BC's, and all
Pedialyte
water type. Pedialyte, Dasani water, Aquafina, everybody. This is brought to you by them because that's all we drinking today. Well, hey, at least for now. At least for now, man. Yeah, man. Condolences, man, to the fellas, man. Mark lost his father, Vince lost his mom, Joe lost his uncle. So, man, for the fellas, our prayers up. Like being said, if you need us, we here for you. Man, happy birthday to my Diva Leaf sister Belinda.
Yeah, what's up, baby?
Happy birthday, B. To my to DJ Squirrel. DJ Squirrel, we're getting in tonight, man. Happy birthday, brother. We gonna party on, man. So, hey, I don't know where Kev at. Well, I saw him. I don't know where he at now, but
Mr. Louder he wasn't in the pre-show backstage, but he is here now, and I'm sure he just like us. And we're gonna ask him the question. Hey, Kev, did you die? Come on in, KDL.
How y'all doing, man?
Oh, yeah.
Good Saturday morning.
Listen to that voice.
I have no voice, so y'all gonna have to bear with me this morning. How y'all doing? I echo my brothers, man. Much love to our SmokeFellas brothers, man. Losing loved ones, man. Fam, we here. I'm struggling with my voice, so y'all got to deal with me today.
Your ass was yelling all last night.
Huh?
He was yelling all last night. That's why.
This is the post blackout version of me. So go ahead. We good. Let's do it.
Hey, man. Every year it's the same thing, man. We know it. This is what we do.
How the hell we be telling these
once
shows
a year? We always in it.
Y'all was making me raise my voice, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, it was some great games. There was some good games, though, man. We had a couple of good games.
Good games.
Definitely had a couple of good games.
You know, let's go ahead and get into it, man. NCAA March Madness, the blackout, don't owe us nothing. And I'm going to tell you right now, there was some upsets. Let's see. You had Grand Canyon that knocked off St. Mary's. Grand Canyon, number 12, beat number 5. That's always a tricky spot. Anybody that's on the NCAA brackets, that 12-5, real crazy.
That 5 seed is like the Madden curse, being on the Madden cover. You don't want that seed.
And they do them games on purpose, man.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody losing that one every year.
That 12-5 on purpose.
Yeah. It's listen, man, the odds in Vegas change so much on that 12-5 game if you look at the odds. It's different because they are aware of it now. And they know that the committee throws that monkey wrench in there.
Yeah.
You also had Yale, number 13, knocked off number 4, Auburn. Auburn, what's this? Choke City? Yeah. We've seen before out of them. You had number 11, Duquesne's, beat number 6, BYU. I did pick that one. I picked that one. I also picked number 12 on number 5, James Madison on Wisconsin. That 12-5.
Yeah, I did too.
That 12-5, man, you got to take it.
I'm going to tell you for real. I gambled on McNeese and Gonzaga. I gambled that 12-5. I lost that one. Gonzaga blew them out. And I gambled that one too.
But yeah, that wasn't a bad kind of predicting that one because Gonzaga has been up and down. But the thing is, Gonzaga is just like Michigan State. They're a tournament team.
Yeah, and 5 is just the lowest seed they've been in years.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I gambled this year.
Yeah.
Then you had the number 11 over number 6, Oregon over South Carolina. Oregon, you know what I'm saying? Now the big one, number 14, Oakland, snatching a life out of number 3, Kentucky. And let's talk about it, Kev. Let's go.
They got beat by a professor. They got beat by the calculus professor.
So Kentucky, it was the number 3 versus what?
That was Al Bundy that got him, baby. Al Bundy got him.
So it was 3 versus what? What was 14, the seed? 14. Yep. So in the last couple of years, Kentucky has lost to double-digit seeds while being either a 2 or a 3.
3 out the last 4, right? Last 4 years.
So out of the last,
you consider the blue blood.
They didn't make the tournament 4 years ago. Then they lost to number 15, St. Peter's.
Yep.
Then they lost to number 5. And number 5, all right. But here they go again, losing to number 14. It's crazy. And then Calipari comes on the press conference and say it's all about his kids being 18, playing against 24, 25-year-olds. Come on, man. Let's stop this.
That's how he recruit. So that's what he get.
Right. So first of all, you recruited them.
Right.
So don't realize they freshmen in the tournament. They've been freshmen all year.
Right.
So when we gonna realize, man, Coach Cal is a great recruiter. Like Bill Self, great recruiter. Coach Cal can't coach.
Yeah,
at
least self-control.
I said it. He can't coach.
I'm gonna have to. Hold on now. They was one of the hottest teams in NCAA 2 weeks ago, and they was like, "Oh man, they on the run now."
But they wasn't.
Yes, they was.
I don't recall them winning the SEC championship.
They didn't win they didn't win the
regular
SEC.
season or the tournament. I don't recall them winning.
They went on a run, man, in the SEC. They lost the tournament, but they went on a run before the tournament. Bro, look up the stats, man.
They didn't win the regular season nor the tournament. So how was they hot?
They've been up and down all year.
Just because you ain't win the SEC don't mean you don't get hot and run off 6 straight.
What up, Linnell?
Let me tell you something, man. They win a lot of games by talent alone.
Right.
what Kentucky does.
Nobody gonna argue on that.
But when it comes to the tournament, when there's money on the line, Cal can put it. Well, we're playing against they're freshmen. They're playing against. Well, he can put it like that if he wants to. You gotta, just like you was ahead of the times, Coach Cal, on the one and dones. You kicked it off, and it was successful when it first hit. It ain't successful no more. What's successful now is the portal. What the portal was doing is bringing in juniors, seniors, hell, graduates, for crying out loud, be on teams. When they show the teams, some of these be graduates, bro, transferring through the portal. Yeah. Cal got to get with the program. You were the first for the one and done. You kicked it off. You was a pioneer, and it worked because it first hit. But now that time has passed, dog. The portal is now. Your older people are in that portal.
He held on to that process too long, where he getting
right.
McDonald's All-Americans. Yeah, you getting those.
Yeah. Yes. So you can't come to the post-game press conference and blame them for being freshmen. You recruited them.
That's the thing. The last 3 to 4 years, the McDonald's All-Americans haven't been, and I'm going to say this, McDonald's All-Americans.
No, he got some talent. He got some talent.
They haven't been those, okay, this dude is going to the league. Now, we ain't had some McDonald's All-Americans where you was like, you know what? This dude, he got league potential. He going to the league. We ain't had that over the last few years. Now, we're going to get that soon because of all the NBA stars that got sons that's hooping right now. We're going to get back to that, but it's still going to take 2 or 3 years where you getting like this year. Oh, boy, I can't remember his name right now. That's going to Duke.
Cooper.
Playing in the country.
Yeah.
Cooper something.
I want to say Cooper Cup, but I know that ain't his name.
Cooper Flatton.
Yeah, so he got league potential. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what that all come down to, though, what Calipari said was idiotic because he had 18-year-olds when he won it with AD and them. He's always had young teams. And pretty much most of those lower seeds and those smaller schools are senior-led teams anyway. So when they go up against, the more highly touted schools in the country, they're usually the oldest. They usually are older. But like Kev said, it comes down to X's and O's. You got to be able to coach. We watched that Kentucky game. They came out of a timeout. And I don't know that dude's name, but that shot he took was utterly ridiculous out of a timeout. You didn't draw up nothing. When they were down 3, I think they were down 2 or 3.
And that couldn't have been a play.
That was ridiculous. Kentucky looked.
Thank you, Sean.
Kentucky looked undisciplined. They just didn't look like a well-coached team. They got talent. They got some ballers.
They always got talent.
So they keep talent. He's a hell of a recruiter, but to come out and that's the thing with the tournament. Like I said, it's every year it's like that. Most of the smaller schools, St. Peter's, St. Mary's, those are senior-led teams. So yeah, they probably older than most of the teams in the higher seeds that they play. So don't come out and use that as a kind of like a reason, almost like an excuse. It sounded like an excuse. So he should be bigger than that. Well, I've never been the biggest Calipari fan anyway.
You recruit freshmen, and they've been freshmen all year. And then when you get to the tournament and lose, you blame them for being freshmen.
Right, exactly. That's ridiculous. He knows better than that.
It's what you usually say. He failed the press conference.
He definitely lost the press conference.
Oh yeah, he failed that.
I was watching game day this morning, and the consensus across the board was, I don't want to hear your excuses, Calipari. You got to play better in the tournament. Period. Point blank. You got to play better.
Yeah. And at some point, you got to coach. I get it. You can, like, basketball is a sport where you can like throw the best 5 on the court and you can win some games. But when it comes to championships, man, you need some type of continuity. These guys just they're an AAU team, and they played like an AAU team yesterday.
Right.
And that night they played like an AAU team.
And just a little small basic things on the screens, and all off ball defense. But whoever
simple stuff.
This comment right here, I swear to God, is the why Villanova would kill in a tournament every year. Michigan State right now. North Carolina. I'm worried about them playing against Michigan State because guard play is paramount in the tournament.
But Carolina got some guard play though. Carolina,
they do. This ain't like normal where the last few years their guard playing suck. Their guard play.
You gotta have guards. That's true. That's normal. You gotta have guards.
It was no guards and 29-year-old Baycott, because I swear he'd been in North Carolina since Vince Carter. I don't know.
Baycott the same age as George Ackles back in the day.
No. What's his name from Gay? What was the kid from Gonzaga? Timmy. Timmy, that was 85.
Oh man.
Yeah, he stuck around for a minute too.
God, baby.
Timmy, your boy Timmy. Yeah.
Timmy handlebars came way out here.
Timmy was so old, he was up for retirement his rookie year in the NBA. They was already talking about retiring. That dude was
whatever happened to him, man? He didn't make the league.
I don't know. He probably overseas somewhere. He's a big dude. He probably over in Greece some damn well.
No, he's somewhere as a tax auditor.
Your boy Timmy, baby.
Timmy, baby.
He a tax auditor right now.
Him and Baycott, them are old as shit. But yeah, hey. Man, everybody says that every year though, man. It's the guard play is big because the game slows down. Yeah, the game slows down. It's a half court game. You got to have some, that guard, guys who can handle the ball, guys who can take care of the ball, not turn it over. That's always big and can feed those bigs down there, man. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Hey,
Gandy said he playing with Kofi Cockburn.
Hey, what up? He made the league though.
Hey,
where he at?
Hey.
Kofi made the league at first with Utah. I don't know what happened to him. He made it. He made it.
We had one season where we went hard on Cockburn, boy.
Utah probably banned him for passing around that Cockburn.
What?
They probably kicked him out the state.
I swear to God, if the basketball guys can just do me a favor, I really want this to be the game of the century, and I'm gonna call this the Cheerio Bowl. Arizona versus North Carolina. And I call why I call it the Cheerio
Arizona
Bowl.
wins, number one. Arizona wins. They're playing right now, actually. But Arizona wins. The number 2 will beat the number 1. Caleb Love, who I don't necessarily like.
I call it the Cheerio Bowl, right?
So a girl tastes like Cheerio? That's the first thing popped in my mind. There's no disrespect. I'm just saying.
He is Seoul Samsung Thunders of the Korean Basketball League. Right.
See, people think that Caleb Love gonna be out of control because he's trying to get revenge. What I want y'all Carolina fans to know, dude might be out of control. Like he's the one that got hurt. He the one that got hurt. Caleb Love might walk in like, yeah, I did it, now what? Right? Dude, emotions might be out of control. Because old girl is still there. She's still there.
She played last night, didn't she? She was basketball team.
Yeah.
So his emotions might be out of control a little bit. You might have to reel him in.
We was watching her for a minute early on.
Yeah, we was watching
her. Caleb Love gone.
And I mean,
hey man, I'm in Arizona. I don't know what you're talking about, dog.
We was watching her very closely.
Well, number one, to rebuttal what you just said, Kevin. Number one, not. Number 2, ain't gonna happen. How about that? Carolina all day, baby. I can't wait. I can't wait to. What they got 2 more games? 2 more games for their clash?
2 more, yeah.
They got to win 2 more before the clash. So I'm hoping don't nobody choke. So we can. So our gentleman bet is on. We all got a gentleman bet. We got
a gentleman bet, no doubt.
Yeah,
it's already there. But Lefty, SEC is gonna find you for your cockburn comment in Utah. You know, can't be messing with the Mormons.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they ran them up out of there. Passing around that cockburn. You got to go.
Now
you go now.
Get up off my man Kofi, man.
You go now.
Now we've been arguing about this, so I don't know this.
Man in Illinois.
In the box, but the turning down the NIT by these big the power conference teams, man. You know, I got a huge problem with it. Yeah, North Carolina did it last year. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. But I got a problem with it. I don't care who it is. North Carolina. I don't care if it's, you know, Colgate. I don't care. The smallest school in the world. You can't turn down the NIT. And I know, Lefty, I heard you say nobody cares about the NIT. Yeah. If you play that player on the team and you trying to go overseas, you still trying to make your play for the NBA, whatever, but man, this is your last hurrah as a senior, knowing that you may not play ever again, you know, and you're going to be an accountant. Hey, let the kids play. I don't care whether it's a school, that's beneath me and all of that. So, man, we can argue about it if y'all want.
No, I 100% agree with you on that. On that it should be about the kids and giving them their last burn. You know what I mean? I'm with you. It ain't none of debate on that.
Pause, man. Pause.
Yeah,
not a cockburn. Not a cockburn.
Not a cockburn, just a burn. It's different. We've been talking about burning a lot today, so I'm gonna pass that on.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going with this burn.
I don't know where we're going. But it's blackout day. No, but like I said, man, it's really not. It's not a debate. I 100% agree. Let those kids get their last run in, you know, whatever it is. But and this is the last year of the NIT anyway, right? They go into that kind of like a play-in to the tournament thing. 90-something teams is gonna be like a play-in to get to 64.
Something stupid that they shouldn't do.
But it's gonna bring more people gonna watch it now over the NIT because they actually playing to get into that tournament. Those are gonna be some great games. It worked for the NBA to play in. So I guess the NCAA.
Hey, look, man, stop changing shit. Either you are one of the top 64 teams or you are not.
Facts.
Stop with the plan trying to make money. It ain't about giving teams opportunity. It's about the NCAA making more money. The NBA plan is about making more money.
Would you rather do the play-in with a chance to get into the tournament or play the NIT? Which one would you rather do?
Make the damn tournament or not. Look, man,
I'd rather play the
you got all year to make the tournament. Stop with this play-in shit. The first 4, they done convince people that the first 4 is the tournament. The first 4 is not the tournament. It's a damn play-in for you to go play a higher seed.
Right.
That's not the tournament.
Right.
So the people that won Tuesday night or Tuesday and Wednesday night, they said, well, they got their first win in tournament history. It ain't the damn tournament.
Right.
You're the first 4. You're playing to get in the tournament.
It's still kind of shaky on the watch because nobody really started watching until Thursday. People are already filling out their brackets.
College basketball fans watched Tuesday and Wednesday. We didn't know who the hell was playing, but we watched.
Mercer.
But so they accomplished their job in getting eyeballs to the TVs.
Well, but let me cut
when you win on Tuesday and Wednesday, the first 4, that is not the tournament. That is a play-in. That's not the tournament.
I turned off.
Stop this.
I turned that Virginia game off because it was atrocious.
It was atrocious, but that wasn't the tournament. We need to stop this. That wasn't the tournament. That was the play-in. So, Ben, you told me I was messing with you. The team that won was it Tuesday, Wednesday. They had to go play Carolina. No, it was 2. See, they won 2, and they went out there and got blown out.
Yeah.
You can't say, well, at least we won a game in the tournament.
Yeah,
no, you won the play-in.
They beat the
actual tournament you got blown out in.
Right.
They beat.
So we need to stop this. And the NCAA needs to stop expanding shit. College basketball has the greatest thing ever. The top 64, whatever. Leave it as is, man. Stop with this, because all they doing now, you're gonna push the season back, because now you're gonna add this little play-in stuff to give other teams opportunities. If the committee wouldn't screw it up, you wouldn't need a play-in, because the committee screwed up Virginia. The eyeball test, and I text y'all as soon as the stuff came out Sunday night. I said Virginia shouldn't be in it. I said Indiana State, Pittsburgh got screwed. Y'all ain't say nothing. But then when it played out on Tuesday, when these guys had 14 points in the first half, case in point, you don't need a plan for that. You just need to get it right. Stop with the strength of schedule and all that. The eyeball test told you Indiana State and Pittsburgh was better than damn Virginia. But wait,
Kev. That goes against the point you just made about stop with all this, playing stuff like that. But then those teams that got left out, they'll have a shot next year.
No, get it right.
At the same time,
get it right. They shouldn't have been left out. Get it right.
They never get 100% right. It's always a team that's left out every year. This with this new invitational thing they doing, this little playing thing, I think it's a chance to prove it on the court. It's not about a computer
so what they did all year
or a committee. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that like when you got these bubble teams right there, right? When you got these bubble teams, somebody always get left out. We're sitting here saying, let the kids play, right? Go to the NIT, let them play. So what's wrong with giving them a shot to get to the big dance? I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like, what's the issue? Like, why do you got a problem with that?
So my coach always said the NIT was the non-invited tournament. My coach always said that. So either you make the NCAA or you don't. The non-invited tournament. Now, let me speak on the teams that declined. St. John's, Oklahoma. Who else? St. John's, Oklahoma, Pittsburgh, and declined it.
Right.
Rick Pitino. You the same guy that ripped your team, right? You don't know why you recruited him or nothing.
Public.
Then you don't make the NCAA. You don't give him a chance to play in the NIT.
Memphis also declined it.
Memphis did too? Okay.
Yep.
So we criticize, especially in football, when guys sit out the bowl games because they go into the NFL and they sit out the bowl games. We criticize. We got to keep that same heat on the college basketball coaches that decline a tournament that you're eligible for. If you weren't eligible for the NCAA, it ain't like you two, Oklahoma and St. John's and Pittsburgh. It ain't like Memphis. It ain't like you too big for the NIT.
Let me tell you what
made
I heard,
the NIT play it.
This is what I heard
not only do you play the damn tournament, but your seniors that are not going to the NBA per se, or they're trying to get in the NBA per se, you let them play it out. You let them play it out. You don't make the damn decision that they can't play in the tournament. Because if they make a decision to where they don't want to play, you got a problem with them.
That's true.
But a coach and an AD can make a decision not to play in the tournament. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You can't have it both ways, bro. Like either you let the kids play,
all right, Kev, you
or
said it
don't
twice.
get mad when the kids don't want to play. That's bullshit to me.
Okay, Kev, you said it 3 times. So what I heard one of the coaches say, the NIT does not help coaches recruit. It hurts the big box, the major programs in their recruiting.
Well, then you should have made the damn tournament. Then you should have made the tournament. So as a coach, if you're worried about recruiting, make the damn tournament. It ain't necessarily the kids' fault that they didn't make the tournament. Hold these goddamn coaches responsible. Hold them responsible. Don't take away a tournament and say, well, we don't want to be known as an NIT. If I'm hearing you right. If I'm hearing you right.
That's why I have a real problem with that. When that coach said that, I was like, what?
So that's what gets eliminated now, right? You're not going to decline a playing opportunity. So all that's over with. Problem solved. You know what I'm saying? The problem solved. You plan to get to the dance.
What about the CBI? They're going to eliminate that?
Now that's what they need to eliminate.
The who?
It's
a CBI. It's an NIT and it's a CBI.
Oh yeah, they ain't saying about the
basketball
CBI.
Invitational. Something.
Yeah, they haven't said anything about
that.
Eliminate
that?
They should have never brought that in.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm gonna tell you,
we giving. See what they doing by that is giving coaches a pass, and in turn, while you giving coaches a pass, you screwing over the students. But don't nobody give a damn about the students. It's a business now. Right. Ain't student athlete. It's athlete student. Don't nobody give a damn about the students. So what you're doing is you saving these coaches' egos. Since y'all gonna decline the NIT, now we just gonna do a play-in. Either you make it or you're not, right? Since y'all declining the NIT. Penny Hardaway, I love you, but who the hell are you, Memphis, to decline the NIT? Who the hell are you?
Yeah, they just got off probation, didn't they?
Right, they just got off
probation. Ain't nobody heard you since Chris Mullin and Mark Jackson. Who the hell are y'all to decline the NIT?
So
see, we giving these coaches passes, man, because it's Rick Pitino.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm speaking. One of my closest buddies that I grew up with went to Murray State. He went to the NIT, but guess what? Him going to the NIT, he got picked up. Somebody saw him. He played overseas, and when I say he had a hellified career, playing overseas, playing in France.
My boy did too.
Married a French model. He wonderful life, bro. Wonderful life. But you take away the NIT, you take away that. That's the stuff that you don't see behind the curtain.
Right.
For these players. You taking away an opportunity for players to continue playing basketball in other. It's not just the NBA, bro.
So let me flip the script.
Overseas is major when it comes to people that want to continue their careers.
So what if you make the NIT and one of your kids say, "No, I ain't playing in the NIT." He think he going to the league. He say, "I'm not playing in the NIT," and that makes national news. How y'all think that will go over in the media?
Not well.
One of the players say, "No, I ain't playing in the NIT again. I think I'm going to the. I don't want to play NIT." How do you think that goes over in the media? How do y'all think?
You're not a team player. You quitting on your team. That's going to be the narrative.
Cool. So how come these coaches ain't held accountable for canceling the damn tournament? Declining the invitation.
I wonder do they you know what? I wonder do they huddle up with the team and ask them before they make the call? Do they just make the call? You know what I mean? Like, nah, we ain't going to that. I wonder do they really sit down with the team?
I think they make the call because there's no senior, there's no hooper. Number one, there's no senior that's gonna say, "Well, yeah, I'm good, coach. Yeah, go ahead, man. We ain't gotta do that."
Yeah,
there's no senior that's gonna tell you that. None.
Yeah,
there's no true hooper that's gonna tell you that.
So they ever say
none.
That? You're right.
So I think they make, in my opinion, they just make the decision.
You want to continue to hoop,
right? You
want to play as long as you can play.
And like you said, Kel, especially if you that senior, 5th year, whatever, if you got that senior tag, there's no way that you don't want to keep playing.
Facts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But as we talk about the NCAA, I got a question because it went around in one of the sports groups. What sport has the best postseason event? You got the Super Bowl. You got NCAA March Madness. You got the MLB. playoffs. You got the NBA finals. Who has the best? Now, based on the kind of sports you love the most, you probably gonna lean towards that. But Lefty, which one do you like the most, and why?
It's nothing like the big dance. It's nothing like the big dance. The Cinderella stories. You know, just what we discussed earlier. The Oaklands versus Kentuckys. Those big upsets. Remember the Loyola story a few years ago. You know, them going as far as they did. It's just something great to watch, and it's compared to the NBA playoffs where it's a series. Typically in a series, the best team's gonna win. Like the better team's gonna win 4 out of 7. You could probably get a game in, but in a one and done situation like the NCAA tournament it makes it huge. Even if you're not a true college basketball fan, and then just to watch them, like it's like watching 7 game 7s. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it's just great, man. I think so. Any sport. So I'd say NCAA, then I'd say the NFL, because those are those one and done games. Anybody can win. So that's me.
KDL.
Right now, March Madness. Like that ain't, to me, it's not even close.
Right.
March Madness, you don't know what's gonna happen every year, no matter the ranking, no matter the season, no matter who. March Madness ain't nothing like it, bro. It's so unpredictable that it tunes you in. I'll give Major League Baseball, that's cool. NBA, they put the play-in in, you're gonna watch it, right? Everybody watches March Madness. Everybody watches. Like March Madness is, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
I mean, here we had a cigar shop full of people, man. Like you didn't even have to be. It wasn't a lot of. I don't think a lot of college basketball fans, but everybody was watching the games and damn, hey,
half the females didn't know who was playing, but it was a big shot. Like they was in it.
Okay.
So March Madness, man.
Sean, come on in. You played football.
Super Bowl, cool, but the Super Bowl, like everybody watches the Super Bowl, no different than everybody watches the NBA championship. Everybody watches the World Series.
Come on in, man.
I'm talking about leading into it is March Madness, man. Like everybody gonna watch the damn Super Bowl.
That's why I say NCAA and then NFL for me. That's the order.
Sean, where you going?
So you're talking March Madness, the entire tournament, because you said event, because event is one thing.
Oh yeah, that's Super Bowl.
No, the tournament.
So if you're talking the entire tournament, see, here's the problem. The entire tournament, oftentimes, it leads up to. There's so many good things leading up the first 2.5 weekends, and many times the championship game is a letdown. Not all the time at all, believe me. But to have such great games up to that point and to have a dud, Super Bowl, even if it is a dud or not, which it hasn't been often, you still got the halftime, which many people like to see. More urban people were really fired up about Snoop and Dre and Mary J. a couple years ago. Usher this year. Okay.
Rihanna.
Riri. So if you're putting the whole tournament against the Super Bowl, then I would have to say slight edge to the tournament, because 2 weeks will lead up to the upsets. The 2 weeks, there's multiple upsets that get people excited. But if it's just one event, one game, you know what I mean? The Super Bowl is super close. We're talking 1B.
Me personally, I wasn't comparing it to one game. The Super Bowl is the ultimate. Everybody watches the Super Bowl, regardless if you watch football.
Right.
Everybody watches Super Bowl. So I wouldn't compare that. I was comparing like the NBA. This is how I took the question. The NBA playoffs.
Okay.
Major League Baseball playoffs,
baseball playoffs, hockey
NCAA,
playoffs.
March Madness. Like I was looking at it like that. I wasn't talking about one.
If you do it that way, then
Super Bowl,
then the NCAA. it's just because it's one and done. All the other ones except football, all the other ones are a series. So it's like boom, 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 boom. Okay,
and you don't.
All right. Even if it's 4-0 or a sweep, it still can be boring.
Kentucky shows you that anything can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey.
So you
go back to Virginia versus Chaminade.
Yeah.
You go back to Virginia versus Chaminade.
So what do y'all think the expanded college football playoff is gonna fall in?
Well,
that's gonna be.
That's not there yet, but it will be. That will be up there.
That's right. That'll
be debate.
I think all that's doing is letting the 6, 7,
before you go
8,
there, Kev,
9, 10 teams in.
I'm gonna answer the question as well. For me, the reason that I'm gonna pick March Madness, it goes back, taking me back when I was in 7th grade, bro. I called it chicken pox.
Wait, was that the second time you was in 7th grade or the first time? Because you know you flunked.
That was a long time ago, bro.
Hey, man.
Was that your second stint?
Lefty,
that when you had the pro
yesterday.
Then you have a pro back then?
You was waiting, but that's all right. When I caught the chicken pox,
I was waiting for the opening.
It was right before the NCAA tournament, right? So I was really into the NBA back then, but then I had nothing to do but watch the tournament. And that prompted my love for the March Madness. From that point on, it was like the greatest thing ever, man. Because of the Cinderellas and building up to that one shining moment. Bro, that's the greatest thing in the world when you go from 64 to the last two. I swear to God, that's the most amazing thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, also think about the memorable moments too, though. The Jordan shot, the Houston, was it Houston NC State? The upset.
Derek Whittingham.
The
Villanova shot a couple years ago.
The Villanova shot a couple years ago. Like those memorable.
You had to throw that out there, huh,
man. I wasn't gonna say against Carolina, but since he put it out there,
I remember the shot.
Real classy, Kevo.
Real classy. Hey, man.
I just remember the shot, man.
Yeah.
Be cool, man. Be cool. like Millhouse.
My heart still hurt when I see that damn shot.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
I was already celebrating. I knew Carolina.
Every year somebody do something in March Madness. Like you don't know when it's coming, right?
Hey, we can go back to Michigan, the 5-5 versus North Carolina. The timeout.
The timeout, yeah.
Yeah, we do that. We do that.
Hey, I was in college that time, and I won a lot of money because I was North Carolina. I thought I was gonna have to pay out my ass, man. But
what's big boy that was on the bench?
Let me get on.
Chris Webber said he told him to call timeout. What's big boy on the bench? Eric, there's a big dude on the bench.
Yeah.
Yelled out,
the backup
timeout. Yeah. Chris Webber called timeout. First of all,
in North Carolina?
Yeah. No, on Michigan. Big boy, Eric, light-skinned dude.
Yeah, he was the
backup.
He was on the bench at the time, and he told Chris Webber to call timeout. Chris Webber cussed him out, finding out he didn't have a timeout. He didn't have no timeout.
Oh, you can't cuss him out because you didn't know. Both of y'all was
Chris Webber traveled to begin with. So we start the whole play over.
Turnover. Yeah, it should have been a turnover anyway.
I will give him this though. His foundation, he named it timeout. Made it turn it from negative to a positive. He did. He has a not-for-profit organization that he named his foundation timeout.
That's dope.
Eric
Riley. Yeah. He was on the bench like this. Chris Webber looked at him and called timeout.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I remember that whole play,
like we said, man, just think all those moments in the NCAA tournament, man. I mentioned it earlier. A couple years ago, the Loyola run, man, was just remarkable for Chicago, baby. Man.
Sister Jean.
Yeah, that was remarkable, man. I mean, the whole city, the whole state.
I was in
watching,
Vegas,
like you didn't even. Whether you probably never seen a Loyola basketball game in your life, but you were just pulling for them, man. It was a great story. It was a magical run.
You know what I'm saying?
What do they have? 3 buzzer beaters or two? Just 2? I know they had 2 for sure.
I think it was 2.
I know it's 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was just unfreaking real.
No,
that was unbelievable, man.
What about when we got our first taste of Steph Curry and Davidson? I mean, he was heating everybody up, and they was like, "Dang, that's
right.
That's
Who is this dude?"
That's
he had an NCAA run.
Yeah, you have magical runs, and now look at it.
So I'm hearing March Madness.
We didn't even know what Davidson was at the time.
Right.
Real talk.
Right. David who?
Right.
David and Goliath?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, Lefty.
Huh?
You just got served papers?
Hey, Lefty.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Is my bag up there?
Yeah, it's right. It's right here. I'm looking
at it. It said, "You are the father."
Man, if I get
he can't be in court on a Saturday morning, though, B.
I'll be on. You talking about suicide watch? If I get served papers like that, man, look here.
You are the father.
I'm 50 years old, brother. We ain't doing that. Oh
man, listen. Talking about getting served, let's go ahead and jump into this one. Your man Ohtani.
Ooh, Charlie.
Ohtani. If you don't know, Major League
Baseball. This is Sean's birthday, guy. Let Sean comment on this. I mean, birthday. My bad. My bad. Baseball guy. Let me birthday. I don't know where the hell they came from, Sean. It's a blackout.
Hey, hold on,
you baseball dude.
Because last week I messed up and called them Isaac. So you better go ahead and get it now. You better get it now.
So Isaac,
I don't know where they came
Isaac,
from,
and this
man.
is my birthday.
I swear to God, I don't know where they came from. I'll take
birthday,
that
Isaac. Happy birthday,
I'll take that hit. I don't know where they came from. I meant to say baseball, man. Baseball.
Molly
I don't know where they came from. I'm out here like Max Kelly. My bad.
He out here like Molly.
You the gator man. Hey, I'm sitting here like, it's your birthday.
I was like, it's my birthday? Oh, shit. What am I going to do tonight?
It's his birthday. Sean ain't mentioned his birthday.
Baseball, man. Baseball.
I know we was just backstage.
You thought you was going to walk on that camera? You heated me up last week? Never.
Happy birthday, Isaac.
I gotta go get an outfit, man. Jesus Christ. Hold on. I got to go.
I'll take that.
So if you don't know the story, Ohtani, which is one of the stars of Major League Baseball.
Biggest stars.
Unarguably the best player in baseball.
Yep.
Unarguably.
Right.
No question about it.
Now, allegedly, is that how I'm going to say that?
Wish you happy birthday, Sean.
$4.5 million stolen right under his nose. Yeah, that's what they say. But now they're investigating it because they're saying that his translator had a gambling problem and he stole the money to pay off his bookie, right? Yeah, right. So, Sean, what's your thoughts on this, man? It's your birthday. You might as well lead off with it.
Thank you. It's my birthday. I think Ohtani, they've launched a full investigation. MLB has. And what it seems like it might do is I think Ohtani is in big trouble. I think he might be someone who's caught up in gambling, and his dude is the one taking a fall.
Oh,
you
always got to have a patsy.
Investigation, Lefty.
I didn't think of that.
So you think Ohtani is behind this? Dude was. Oh, wow. So my information, maybe I need to read it. Dude was the translator stealing out of his account.
What up,
Raymond? He was handling his account, being the translator,
when you say stealing, though, once he has access, he might have said, "Hey, just take it out," And again, this could be a setup where he has to say that because if he's gambling, well, guess what? You're out of the league. You and Pistol Pete, you and Charlie Hustle are sitting together outside the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. So it might, yeah. What they say is he stole it. Is that the case?
And,
right. He did have access to his account.
And what does a translator need access to your account for? He's a translator. Like, why would he have access to your money as a translator?
And you got to know what the hell is coming out of your own damn account.
But I mean, why would
if you had $175 trillion, would you notice 4 million?
Right.
You're damn right. It's my account. Hey, I ain't let anybody. That's just like saying anybody can have access to your bank account.
I work in payroll. People call it.
If I had 4 million yesterday, I better have 300, and you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's my account.
Now listen to this one. When they go and ask that bookie,
I ain't think about that though, Sean. That's
now the bookie, if you ain't paying him off, he can ruin the whole show.
Yep.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he didn't got his paper.
Okay. If y'all taking it that way, then is he gambling on baseball?
No.
Is he, like, if y'all want to go down that road,
he could.
Now, he just gamble because he got money.
They already confirmed that.
He's a grown-ass man.
It's not on baseball.
Right. However, if he's gambling in the facility, if he gambles in a major league stadium, if he gambles in Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels Stadium, all right. Remember how who was it? Was it Calvin Ridley? He got suspended because he was gambling in the facility of the Lions. Yes. So was he where were these bets placed? I don't know. We'll find where they're going to find out. And the bookie he easily be like, yeah. If he didn't pay the debts, oh, he's telling for sure.
Well, I think the one thing with bookies, they don't, they stay low key. If he go testify something, he'll lose a lot of clients. Right. So I don't think he gonna say nothing.
Right.
Yeah, some are slimy, bro.
But if a grand jury, if you get, you got to sit in front of the grand jury, you can't lie under oath. So can't purge.
Yeah, ask OJ
that. So my question is, why are you using bookies? This is FanDuel. This is FanDuel DraftKings all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like this is and most leagues don't have a problem with it. I just do it not in the facility. So why are you using a bookie anyway?
Ooh, look at God! I found a BC. Lord have mercy. I'm about to take this.
Sure, that's a BC.
Hey man, save me one.
I found a BC in my pocket. Won't he do it?
He found a BC. Now, if he go down with his nose and he come back up in that tip,
I'm gonna do coke on the show. Come on, man.
I need one, dog, right now.
Hey, you over there like getting your LT on.
Not care if he disrespecting your boy.
Right. I hear him.
Take a shot at your boy, Kevo.
I hear him.
Come on, man. Everybody know the truth.
He ain't had a defensive coordinator that was on that had the facility rate.
Hey, if you see my hand doing this, mind your business. Mind your business. Let me be great.
So more will come on the story. More.
Yeah, but it's gonna come out.
Yeah, Sean just put them out there that if you think about it, dude does have access. So why is he stealing?
Yeah,
Sean, you put something out there, Sean. You might, it might be a cover.
That has access to your account, so I don't.
Right, I don't understand that either.
Sometimes he because as a translator, there may be some things like I don't know how many. No, because they're in California, so they're most likely, depending on the bank, but most likely there would be a Japanese translator because of where you're at, because of the proximity and the high population of Chinese and Japanese people on the West Coast. So they should have a translator, someone who speaks Japanese. Should have one, especially at the banks. You know what I'm saying? When you got a couple $100 million, you better hire a translator for all the money that
the team will provide that for you.
No, I'm saying the banks.
But don't you got a Japanese? So if you got a translator, that's cool. But don't you got somebody your own language also, like helping you in America? Like, I don't understand why you, yeah, man, you know, help me out. You're a translator. You do my interviews and stuff like that. You also have my bank account information.
But
Yeah,
they said
like, I don't understand.
Also,
I don't
his
get
best
that.
friend. So he's more than a translator.
Are that supposed to be his boy? Oh, that's his man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was his
Oh, see, that's different.
That's his
That's
man.
different.
I wasn't aware of that either. So if it is, then that makes a lot of sense, and that's, you know,
He been with Otani since he came here, man.
And Sean, what makes sense is why he would take the heat for his boy.
Yep, true, very true.
Yeah,
I'll take care of you on the other end.
Because his bank account is straight too.
Hey,
that way I gonna take the heat.
Him taking.
Did you realize I just signed a $600 million contract? I got you.
Right.
I got you.
He getting his
10
James
mil.
Worthy
Shut up.
on. He getting his James Worthy.
Here's 10 mil. Shut up.
That dude gonna get on
Worthy stepped in and took that L for Magic.
That dude gonna be on the stand like Nino Brown. This is bigger than Nino Brown.
Bigger than Nino Brown.
Bigger than Nino Brown.
Damn, well, I was about to say that line. I can't.
He is the true leader of the CMB.
Yeah, he was a light-skinned dude. Akbar for the bank. Akbar from the bank. He's the real leader of CMB.
So now, when it comes to greatest wingman, it's Otani's translator, James Worthy, and then our very own Lefty.
I knew you was going there with it.
Wow.
I knew you was going there with it.
I'm just saying. Am I lying?
Hey, I've been a part of a scandal or two in my life.
Hey,
James Worthy. Hey,
y'all need a wingman. Call Lefty.
Magic was the man, baby. James Worthy did what he had to do.
Lefty was my greatest wingman. I go down in history saying that, baby.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
He took a lot of heat.
And the worst wingman ever, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant. Kobe will tell him.
Oh no. That's Kev's boy, D'Angelo Russell.
D-Lo?
Oh no.
On Swaggy P? Oh yeah, that was dirty. Yeah. That was just outright dirty. That ain't a wing, man. He was dirty. He lost Iggy over that.
Right.
So you cost me Iggy?
So you bought the beer at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. You said you bought the bottle of beer. No. You said you bought.
Right. D-Lo folded when that light hit him. They gave him that
put the man on Snapchat.
They gave him the Red Lobster Ultimate Feast, and he sung.
Dude, he cost the man Iggy. That ain't right.
It's that 2-piece from KFC. Whenever you see that on First 48, it's tough.
So you realize though that I didn't realize that this was the one thing, okay, that sports gambling is illegal in California still, even though 38 states and DC allow some form of it. So if he's gambling, I mean, he couldn't gamble anyway. I mean, back with the Dodgers because he's still in Cali. So yeah, he screwed up big time, and he's a patsy. His boy is a patsy. I got you, Papa. I got you on the other side. I just made I got $600 million. I'll make sure they put you in solitary so nobody, goes in through the outdoor. You ain't got to wear a raspberry beret.
Hey man, I didn't think of that other side like that, Sean. You put some stuff out there.
He gonna turn on him more than all the P. Diddy former employees. They telling everything.
Come on, man.
They telling it all?
Everything.
Hey, 50 told y'all about P. Diddy years ago. Y'all ignored it.
Yep. That part.
Damn.
Now y'all coming to the Jesus moment. 50 been talking about this man for years.
Hey,
Cat Williams said it. And the stand-ups, y'all ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all come to light.
How's Cat Williams still alive?
Man.
You know what I'm
saying? Telling the truth?
That's exactly my point. How is he still alive? telling the truth.
You don't take them out anymore. You just present them as crazy. You just call
cancel them.
No, you just say crazy.
Right. No, they took out Jeffrey Epstein.
He's crazy.
You damage their image.
Right. Kill their image. You crazy. Yeah, he crazy. Don't worry about it.
Kill his image.
Yeah, I think there's still some. Let's put an end to this problem.
Right.
Going on in this world. Call me crazy.
Hey, I would just advise him to stay out of bathtubs. That way everybody die in the bathtub. Everybody die in the bathtub.
How did he end up with a toaster in the bathtub?
The old transistor radio in the bathtub trick?
Hey, that's right after the banana in the tailpipe.
Hey,
that Matthew Perry, Whitney Houston, and stay out that tub, dude.
Everybody on that old show, Heart to Heart, died with the transistor.
Yes.
In the bathtub.
Oh my God, man.
Heart
Dude,
to Heart.
You brought it back. Heart to
Dude,
Heart.
you old, man. You old.
I love that.
Hey,
That Stephanie Zimbalist.
You might as well bring up Night
Robert
Ride.
Wagner.
I'm proud of
Cat Williams finna be there.
You might as well bring up the Great American Hero.
Yes.
Cat finna
be the king of the. Hey, come in. Cat finna
I mean, we being old. We being old.
Cat finna be the king of the whole bath. He gonna be in the sink washing up. Don't put your head down in that water. Hit them hot spots. Hit them little hot spots. Get on to it.
He's like showers only.
Right.
Come on, man.
He's gonna be in the shower at the park. You know the little swim parks where you got to walk through the you got to walk through the little aisle of showers to get in. Make sure everybody showers. He goes, that's it. You can't electrocute me in here.
Come on, man. We got a dynasty reference. Who killed JR?
No, that's Dallas.
Right.
That's
Dallas.
Right. Dallas. Yeah, that's Dallas.
That's Dallas, baby.
Okay, so
Dallas is come on right after Dallas.
We see the people who watch that
and then
show.
The Kobe's came on after yeah,
right. They showing their age too.
Right. Man. Hey. We had some classic shows, man.
Hey, it is about sports, but it just went left real quick. That's all. We'll get it back on the rails. Don't worry. It'll come back eventually.
We apologize.
Y'all showing y'all age, man.
Hey, so
blame it on the blackout.
Let's get some Lefties Logic. We haven't had a Lefties Logic in a while. And my man Lefty, he got something to say.
You get myself together because I got to rebut.
Had to sit up.
KDL
set up.
I got a shot. I got to rebut. Let him go. I got to rebut.
It's going to turn to in the box, Sean.
Lefties Logic.
Welcome to Lefties Logic. It's been a while. It's been a minute, but we're here. And today's logic is going right to Robert Griffin III, RG3, and his bad braids. GFY. I'm sick of you in your mouth. You talk too much. You're just saying stupid shit. Like this man literally came on and said Caleb Williams should refuse to play for the Bears due to, well, first he said due to how they treated Justin Fields. And then as Kev said, then he tried to throw it, bring it back around and say the history of the Bears QB situation.
Hey, Lefty, you forgot the catchphrase, hashtag dead ass.
Yeah, dead ass. Dead ass. So to me, I mean, the most, I mean, if you're advising somebody, that's the most idiotic thing you could ever do. Everybody knows the situation here in Chicago. And first and foremost, I'm not one in that group that thinks that Justin Fields was mistreated here in Chicago by any means. I think this all comes down to Caleb Williams. They just think he's a special talent, and they rather go with, the guy that they think can really take them there. Like Poles is trying to build a dynasty here. He's not. He wants what KC has going on right now. He wants what New England had. And he has put pieces in place, and he feels like Caleb Williams is a special talent, generational talent, like 90% of the league feels. So he went with the guy. So you got the Bears. We all know the situation. 7-win team, trending up, just added more talent. Keenan Allen, Swift, they just added even more talent to a team that's trending upwards. And what some, not even gonna say some, most are saying is probably the best position for a rookie to be in NFL history, especially a quarterback coming into this situation. This is unheard of. It's unheard of. And you get on national TV in your feelings and say he should refuse to go to that situation. He should pull an Eli Manning. That was his words. And do what? Go to Washington? Washington had a quarterback since Joe Theismann. Go to hell. Ain't nobody thinking about that about Washington. Washington situation, the last owner was a pervert, a freak, whatever, an asshole. They forced him to get rid of the team. And you're saying that's a better situation. New coaching staff, a total rebuild. You'd rather send the guy into that situation. That's your advice. That's your advice. So it ain't got to be long. It's simple as that. RG3, GFY. Come on with it, Kevo. Because Kev got
dead ass.
So I have a rebuttal.
Joy said it too, but Joy could say what she wants because she looked good. But RG3 can't. He can go to hell.
Right, but there's a reason that Joy said
Joy, no disrespect, baby. You good.
So this is like the State of the Union. I'm the Republican rebuttal, except I'm going to make sense. So check this out.
Allegedly.
What he said was, and I heard the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually followed him on IG. What he said was,
you need some better.
Yes, he said, I'm going to give you exactly what you said. Yes, he said, look how they did Justin Fields. Meaning, they had him go through a rebuild, never got him an offensive coordinator, never got him a quarterback's coach, never gave him an offensive coach. He was the franchise guy. Then when you think you out the rebuild, right, you did nothing to develop. That's number one. But when you think you out the rebuild and you go out and get pieces, you never did that. You never did that for Justin. So what he said was, look how they did Justin and look at the Bears quarterback history. When he says Bears quarterback history, he's spot on. Bears fans, get the hell over it. You have never drafted and developed a quarterback. You don't have a history with quarterbacks. The Bears' history is defense. The Bears'
so what's
history,
Washington's history of quarterback here? What's
okay,
Washington's quarterback history?
Okay, but we ain't talking about. We talking about the Bears. The Bears have no quarterback history. That's why Jay Cutler was a god when he got traded here, because you have never drafted a quarterback and done nothing with him when you did draft.
Neither is Cleveland.
So he's going off the history of Chicago quarterbacks is basically what he was saying. But of course, Bears fans are going to take it as a slight.
It was a slight.
Fact. You've done nothing. You did nothing for Justin Fields recently. Hold on. You did nothing for Justin Fields recently. You've done more for Caleb Williams, and the man ain't signed a contract yet, than you ever did for Justin Fields. That's facts. Then the Cade McNowns, I can go down the quarterbacks the Bears have drafted. You did nothing.
What they got to do with Ryan Poles?
So it doesn't matter. What he's saying is, it ain't like it's an organization known for protecting, drafting, developing quarterbacks. That's basically what he was saying.
And you can say that about 30 out of 32 teams in the league that don't develop quarterbacks.
But he's destined to go to the Bears. So we ain't talking about 30 teams.
They ain't had nobody since Bernie Kosar.
But he's destined to go to the Bears. So since he's destined to go to the Bears, he said, look at the Bears organization as far as quarterbacks. That's all he's saying. Now, whether he right or wrong, we can debate that. But what he's saying is, look at the history of the Bears and quarterbacks. That's facts, man.
But
stop getting upset. It's facts. That's your history.
But is the situation here set? And Ryan Poles has never drafted a quarterback. This is his first go around.
Well, you talking about today? See, y'all keep talking this organization. Excuse me, not organization. This regime now. So you can't throw out there the offensive coordinator now. You can't throw out there the defensive coordinator. You can't throw out there because you haven't let that happen yet. That's going into this year. What he was talking about is the Bears' history, and he's right.
No.
Like at some point, Chicago fans, You gotta face facts, man. Your organization has been like this for years. That's a fact.
It's one thing.
And because it's national news now, y'all can't get in y'all feelings.
Yeah, it's one thing to say. You got to look at the situation in the moment. If you want to talk about history of quarterbacks and developing quarterbacks, you could disrespect 30 of the 32 teams in the league.
But 30 of 32 teams, they got the number one pick. Chicago does. So he's talking about Chicago, man.
The narrative is, you said the history. So that's
Chicago. No, not 32 teams. Chicago.
So tell them to do what? Don't refuse to go to the Bears, refuse to go to Washington, refuse to go to anybody. What, he gonna go to KC and sit behind Patrick Mahomes? What was his point? The point he made was idiotic.
It wasn't idiotic. It was spot on.
You can't hold polls accountable for Jerry Angelo, Phil Emery.
You can hold the organization accountable. You can hold the polls ain't been here long enough to say what polls would do. He ain't been here long enough. But your history says you ain't did a damn thing for quarterbacks. Chicago. That's just a fact. And just because all this is making national news now, you can't get mad at people in the media for pointing it out. The only reason Chicago got the spotlight on them is because you got the number one pick.
I can get
mad. Why you got the spotlight on it?
Refuse to go there for that reason. That's stupid. That's stupid. You got the market. You got the team. You set up to succeed. So why would you refuse to go there? Because you and your feelings. Because everybody feel like Justin Fields was treated so wrongly, and I don't think he was treated wrongly. They gave him DJ Moore last year. They drafted him a right tackle. They put pieces around him.
You gave him DJ Moore last year. You done more for Caleb Williams, and the man ain't signed a contract yet. You done more for Caleb Williams than you ever did for Justin Fields. So stop. Y'all stop it. Stop it. You ain't did nothing for Justin Fields. So y'all, you know what Bears fans have the nerve to be doing now? You know what y'all have the nerve to be doing? Y'all sticking y'all chest out, and y'all saying, well, we did all we could do. That was on him. I mean, we gave him DJ Moore. Like y'all did all y'all could do for him to help him. Y'all throw y'all hands up and get rid of him. When in fact, y'all did nothing for him.
Are you done with your
soliloquy? More for Caleb Williams than you've ever done for Justin Fields, and the man ain't signed a contract yet. That's just fact. Y'all ain't gonna look at it like that.
Just because you repeat yourself 3 times don't mean your soliloquy is correct. In the
comments, it is correct. It is correct. But when I'm talking to Bears fans, of course it's not correct.
You just talking, kid. Just to hear yourself. You're not listening.
I know. Because I'm not a Bears fan. So now I'm just talking.
History always changes. Bears history will change from this point.
But it ain't changed yet. It ain't changed yet. So you can't say it's changed. It hasn't changed yet.
That's why it's not history.
Again, listen to the comments, Kevin, you're leaving out the most important part. He's advising Caleb to force a trade. That is totally disrespectful. You cannot honor that. That's disrespectful. If they was doing this in New York, you would have that vein would be popping through your head and you'll be in stroke mode. So
Eli Manning was a Manning, first of all. So he could get away with that because he was a Manning.
I don't give a
so
fuck.
Caleb won't be able to get away with it. I don't agree with forcing the trade and all that. I don't agree with that. But the point he made by saying that, I agree with. I agree with. Your history is nothing with quarterbacks. That's just a fact. The only reason this is being brought nationally in the media now is because y'all got the number one pick. And Caleb hasn't said, yeah, I'm going to Chicago. The Bears haven't said they're drafting him. So it's still speculation, but everybody knows it's going to happen. So it's still speculation. So now you leaving it out there. Hold on. You let this Justin Fields stuff go long enough to where you're the national spotlight. So somebody jumped in and said the Bears' history with quarterbacks, and he's right.
So you're going to constantly condemn.
You can't get mad at that. He's right. You can't get mad.
Prior GM's faults, failures, sins, whatever, but you're going to keep putting it on the new GM that is clearly out here making change for the team, making strong business moves.
His changes ain't been long enough to say. His changes ain't been long enough to say, okay, Ryan Poe's that dude. Yes, he's making changes. Agreed. Yes, he brought in weapons. Agreed. But none of that is transitioned on the field yet. So he doesn't have a history with the Bears to say, well, we got Ryan Poles now. You got to let that happen.
They're trending up. So how can you say that
it's trending, but it hasn't happened on the field, sir, yet. It hasn't.
How does it
so as of today, he has a right to go about your history. He has a right to do that. Now, 2 years, 3 years from now, Ryan Poles picks and trades and all that. It works out. Bears make the playoff. Cool. You got a history now of the last 2, 3 years. But you don't have that yet, dog. It ain't happened. You can say it's trending, whatever. They ain't stepped on the field yet.
Give me
as of today.
Give me five teams with a great quarterback history. Name me 5 teams that got a great quarterback history. The history of developing quarterbacks. Name me 5.
Bro, they're not in the spotlight.
I'm asking you to name me 5.
We'll be talking about them had they had the number 1 pick.
Name me
because you have the number 1 pick. The spotlight is on the Bears. So if somebody want to dive in and talk about your quarterback history, they have the right to do that.
You ain't started naming
right
don't
get
mad because it's your team. They have a right to do that. So
you dancing right now.
If it was the Giants with the number 1 pick and we dragged along our quarterback before we traded him, someone jumps in and talk about the Giants quarterbacks, they have a right to do that.
Ain't nobody.
You're the spotlight right now. You can't get mad because somebody pointed out something about your team and now it's national exposure. You can't get mad at that.
He's saying refuse to play for them because of that. That's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. He's smart. He's smarter than that.
So, Kev,
he's way smarter than that.
You can say right now that the Giants don't have a history of developing quarterbacks because Eli been gone how many years? So now that their history has been stated, they ain't developed nobody. It's the same thing.
And they sure ain't putting nothing around Daniel Jones.
Facts.
They ain't putting nothing around him.
So have that same energy for the mistake upstate.
Our history of quarterbacks has Phil Simms and Eli Manning both won Super Bowl. Both of them won Super Bowl. So our quarterback history is a little different than the Bears. So let's not do this. Let's not do this. Our quarterback history is a little different than the Bears.
5 years.
So let's not do this.
But
all I'm saying is what y'all get mad at is that because y'all in the spotlight for having the number 1 pick and for 2 years in a row, and now people are coming in and they talking quarterbacks and they talking about y'all history. You can't get mad because they're bringing it out nationally that everybody knew in Chicago. They just bringing it out nationally because y'all got the spotlight.
Yeah, and let me ask you a quick question. So if New England was in that spot, after the way they just did Mac Jones, and Bill Belichick, he screwed him completely.
They would be on.
Completely.
Yeah, they would be on.
Would he have made that same statement?
Yeah, they would have been on. They would have been. Whoever that number 1 pick is, let's say it was Cleveland for crying out loud.
Thank you.
They would have been on Cleveland quarterback.
The only ones you could think of.
Man, they would have been on them. You're in the spotlight. You get that work, bro. Y'all mad because it's the Bears and y'all Bears fans. I get it. But he wasn't way on. Y'all act like he was way on planet Pluto.
I'm mad when he damn hell.
He wasn't.
That's what I'm mad at. I don't like RG3 and you ain't been for GFY. Both of y'all.
Let's say that.
Listen, as much as I hate to, and I don't know if I've ever agreed. No, I've ever agreed with Kevin.
Come on, Sean.
I've agreed with Kevin a couple times, not a lot. Okay, but they didn't help Justin Fields, and part of it was cap hell. All right, so they were doing. But the reason that I say that they mistreated him was they gave him nothing. This regime year 2, his year 2. His first year with Brian Poles, his defense was gutted. He had no receivers. All right, we know the names: Demir Bird, Dante Pettis, EQ St. Brown, N'Keal Harry. All right, Darnell Mooney was in there. Cole Kmet was in there. All right, you had all these dudes who, you know what they are. Right. Okay, so he's not a running quarterback. Never been a running quarterback. But what he did for survival was run, and he ran very well. Then the next year you get him DJ Moore. Great. Well, what does he do with DJ Moore? Well, he has that dude break his single season record, a dude who's been a stud. I think we can all agree that DJ Moore is a stud. I don't think we'd have any argument from anybody.
And missed 4 games.
Okay, and missed 4 games. And if you say, well, Tyson Bagent, well, in those 4 games, he had about 200 yards receiving, so about 50 yards a game with Tyson Bagent passing. So it wasn't Tyson Bagent who put him over. Okay. Mm-hmm. Had you given him, and here's the thing that I was telling Ben earlier. Okay, I am not down on Caleb's talent. He is extremely talented. He has a quick release. He can hit every throw. He can escapability. He can run. All this good stuff. Okay. My question was this: is that one, we've seen Justin everything possible. Okay, it wasn't consistent. That was the issue. It wasn't consistent. Now coaching steps in. Now you go get a coach who has a history of developing people. He developed Geno, and not only did he develop Geno Smith, he got him to a contract extension. All right, not just serviceable. We're talking contract extension. That's a big deal for a journeyman. And you're thinking, well, now here's what he's going to do for Justin. And you didn't give Justin that chance because Justin has been trending up. His last 7 games, 5-2. Okay. And then you go get all this stuff, and after Justin had a defense that was giving up 33 points a game. His first year, different regime, but his first year got destroyed and pummeled. 9 sacks against Cleveland. How many sacks the rest of the year? You finally have talent. And people claim, what does Justin need? 2 stud wide receivers? You need a tight end? Well, guess what? You got 2 stud wide receivers. You got a top 10 tight end. You added another one with Yak. You added depth. You got the center on the offensive line. You added depth for the offensive line.
And then
now
you got rid of
everything's there. Then you got rid of him.
Pickup was big too, yeah.
Then you got rid of him. So you didn't give him a chance to continue trending. And my thing is this, and everyone's claiming, well, Justin Fields is generational. We don't know what the hell Caleb is generational. You know what Justin Fields is. Justin Fields is exciting. He's exciting with his feet and his arm. His arm was the inconsistent part, though. And that comes with coaching. So my thing is this. Let me ask you a question like I ask everyone else a question. In 1985, we all know what happened. All right, the Bears ran rush shot through the league. Was Jim McMahon the best quarterback in the NFL?
Not even close.
No.
Not even close. What was he, though, in that team?
A headache?
No, he wasn't a headache.
He gave Mike Dick a flux.
He did give him a flux. Yes, he was. But can we equivocally say he was a leader of that team?
Yeah, he was.
That's the thing that you can't quantify. That's the thing. And so when you say when people are saying you did Justin wrong, I mean, look at the people already come out. You've already seen DJ Moore kind of, business is business. DJ's pissed. And then Jalen, that's not what I like about Jalen. He don't give a damn. He don't care.
Yeah, but Jalen Johnson ain't been with the Bears long enough to say what he said.
He's been here for 4 years.
He's been there for
I don't agree with that.
You're
gonna have to prove it. You're gonna have to. Hey man, shut up. Shut up.
He's been there 4 years. How can you not say that?
No, he didn't have a right to say that, Sean. You know that. He ain't been there long enough to. He's the voice of the locker room. He the voice of the locker room.
No, he's a voice.
Well, then shut up. Then shut up.
But listen. No.
He didn't have a right to say that, bro.
Yeah, he did. You know why? Because if you expect the guys who get paid the most money to lead, then he's a leader. And he's been there 4 years.
Have a right to say that.
He was an all-pro last year. He wasn't all-pro the year, or he should have been an all-pro the year before, but he wasn't.
No. I'm not talking about his play because he deserved his money. What I'm saying is he didn't have a right to say, So when Caleb comes in, they got to come through you. Is that what you're saying?
No, here's what he said. If you look what's on the screen, it says you can't bring that Hollywood stuff into the building. We're going to see.
Who said he was?
You got to prove.
Shut up. First of all, y'all ain't gonna like this statement.
Caleb got a little swag.
But you are the Chicago Bears. You have no right to tell somebody what they gonna do and what they gonna bring and how they gonna. Shut up. Ain't like y'all been winning for years. Shut up.
So
if you the 49ers, if you the Baltimore Ravens, if you are teams that's been consistently winning, just ain't got over the hump, then you have a right to say that in public. You don't have a right to say that, number one, as a person.
Kevin,
Number two, you don't have a right
wrong?
to say that. It ain't like the Bears, some damn Super Bowl champs coming off a Super Bowl.
No, you're not Super Bowl champs. But what you're doing is you're ascending. You're ascending, and you had.
You don't have a right to say that.
You had the quarterback there who had taken you for 3 years. He has been ascending. The first two were just god awful, and this guy he fought through it. He didn't complain. He got better every year.
He was a professional. One thing about Justin, he was a professional all throughout.
Likable guy. Everybody
That's why his
Justin.
teammates love him.
So are
but
you
it's not about the fact. Go ahead, Ben.
The Bears are starting to change their culture. And if Jalen's, this is the culture that we have. You trying to tell me he don't have a right to keep that culture going and saying this is what we
because you don't have a damn culture. You ain't been winning. You ain't been winning. You ain't been winning. If Jalen Brown was here for 4 years, wasn't he on a damn 3-win team?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a part of that? So who the hell are you to tell Caleb what he should be doing? Don't bring this in here. Dude, you ain't been winning. Caleb won more games in college than Jalen Johnson did. So shut up. Well, but you ain't did it yet. So you can't have your chest out when Caleb walks in the locker room because you ain't did enough winning, sir. You've been in the last 3-4 years. How many games down and won in the last 3-4 years? So shut the hell up.
But what did he say?
You got your contract. You deserved it. But shut up.
He just said, "Don't bring that Hollywood stuff in here." That's all he
said. Okay, who said he was gonna bring Hollywood in? Who the hell are you to say it?
Because it's coming.
Shut up.
It's coming, dude. It's coming.
Shut up.
You got.
You the 49ers.
Answer me this.
You are like you the 49ers that's been in the NFC Championship and Super Bowls in the last 3-4 years.
No,
you
but
like
what you're doing is
you ain't that locker room. You ain't won enough to say that.
You're changing what's going on.
You want to change
what's going on.
Okay, win first.
Let me ask you this question. All right. And here's my biggest issue with Caleb. All right, here's the biggest issue.
But y'all put issues on the man. The man ain't walked in the locker room yet.
Wait a minute, dog.
Oh man.
Why haven't you given the Bears your medicals?
Well, that's a good question.
Can't answer that.
That's a great
question. So the Bears haven't come out and said it, but all roads are leading to them drafting Caleb Williams. Are you sure they're on the same page? I'm gonna ask you that, Sean. Sure they're on the same page? Because if he hasn't given his medicals, the Bears haven't said this is our guy, and he hasn't said
they're not on the same page.
They're
not on the same page. Or maybe they are on the same page and they understand that the Bears aren't getting his medicals. Maybe they are on the same page. Maybe that we don't want you. Kids like, I bet. I don't have to give you my medicals. He doesn't. He doesn't have to take a private visit. His visit got pushed back. His visit might get pushed back again to never. But the Bears need his medicals to trade. Remember I said that? I said this not last week, but 2 weeks ago. He's holding the Bears hostage without giving them his medicals because no one will trade. If he tells the Bears he's not going there, they cannot draft him without medicals. That is a huge risk, and no one else can draft him without medicals. So whoever he goes, let's watch to who he goes to. Does he go to Washington? Okay. Does he go to, I don't know, Giant, whatever team he goes to that will get his medicals are the teams that will most likely be able to trade, that will trade for him. That's how he's.
Why hasn't he given the Bears his medicals?
Because he's trying to determine where he goes. Listen, it's HIPAA. It's the HIPAA laws. You can't share without his information. So if he wants to go to Washington, okay, then he's going to only visit Washington. They have the medicals, and the Bears can't trade to who's number 3? New England, right?
Right.
Bears can't trade. New England's not going to trade for him. They don't have his medicals. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No one is going to trade for him without his medicals. So the only team that can trade, that will trade for him, is the team that has his medicals. So if he wants to go to Washington, then he's going to go visit Washington on a private visit. He's going to take the physical there. And now Washington says, hey, we're your only option. So we don't got to give you 3 or 4 assets or 3 or 4 draft picks. We'll give you the swap in next year's second or whatever the hell they want to give, because this is the only place that they can rape the Bears, because there's no way that you're going to unload this dude because he don't have his medicals. So we're your only option, Papa. What are you going to do? That's what I feel that's what I feel Caleb and his camp are doing.
I look. This. I don't.
It's gonna be the most hilarious shit ever. If y'all
I don't think Pose is. I don't think Pose moves on from Fields unless he's sure about Caleb. I've been saying it for weeks. It isn't. I don't think they didn't dislike Justin. They thought they could win with him, but they just felt like Caleb was that special. He was he's an upgrade. That's how they feel about it. If everybody's making this like Justin was garbage, it ain't got nothing to do with Justin being garbage. He's mistreated and nothing like that. You just feel like this young man is going to be the next big thing, and that's what we want. We've been waiting for our Aaron Rodgers, our Brett Favre, our Tom Brady for decades, and they feel like 90% of the league feels like this dude is that good. So that's what it comes down to. It's not everybody's making it about they did just Justin like this and Justin. And I don't think it's about Justin at all. And I don't think they move on from Justin for Drake May or Jayden Daniels. They think this kid is the dude. And Pose was there when Pose was part of the draft in Mahomes. Pose was a big part of what KC's doing right now. Pose played a huge part in that. And we've given him what would you grade Pose so far in his tenure, Sean, as a GM?
Probably like a B- to B minus to a solid B.
Right, pretty much most of the moves he's made, we've all approved of. We thought
every GM's going to have misses, right. But his hits have been pretty good.
Right, and so looking at what he's done, and even turning this roster around, because remember when he came, he didn't have a first round pick that first year.
Connor Gordon and Jaquan Brisker, 2 second rounders.
They had one of the oldest rosters in the league,
one of the rustiest rosters in the league.
Right. The cap was messed up, so he had to tear it down. He gutted it. And that was the right move. Instead of just plug and play and try to bring guys in, he gutted the whole thing. And now, and it comes down, you get a quarterback like this. That's why he didn't move on from Justin last year. Because now, if he would have did it last year, you would say he mistreated Justin because that was literally a teardown. So he didn't hold that against him. He passed up on Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. Gave him another year. Now here comes Caleb Williams. The dude is special in his opinion. And I trust Pose. I wasn't a fan of the trade. I wanted them to keep Justin, but I trust Pose. I think he know what he's doing.
I trust him too, but it doesn't mean that I can't critique or I can't disagree with his decision.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I do. And that's the thing is that, and people say about emotion, it's not that my emotional attachment to him, it's what I've seen on the field. The only issue was his inconsistency because again, coaching is everything. All right, coaching matters. And if it doesn't matter, why do we have coaches? Why are coaches? Oh, he's the hottest coach. He's the hottest OC. He's the hottest DC. He's the hottest this. Why? Because obviously their coaching had made a difference to his particular team. Hey, so if you finally brought in a dude in Shane Waldron, who could do this, dude, there's nothing that any quarterback in the league today can do physically that Justin can't. Nothing.
Hey, Sean,
nothing.
What it boils down to with Kev. He wants us to fail. That's all. He don't want us to be great. That's all.
Part of it, I agree with it.
I've been looking at the whole thing
This is actually. I really can't argue with Kevin about the lack of development part. I do think Kevin enjoys in our misery when we're pissy and I think he really enjoys it. Look at the smirk on his face.
He do.
But it's when he spoke. And again, I'm definitely one of the last people to agree with Kevin. But God, I can't disagree with someone.
You only agreeing with Kev because he wished you happy birthday. That's all.
No. No. I look at it objectively, and I say some of the same things that the national audience is saying. What y'all do is hate when I say it because it comes off as I'm a hater. But some of the dudes on ESPN, they saying the same stuff that I'm saying. But then when I say it, I'm hating. No,
yeah, but other people are saying different things too.
Same stuff that they're saying, bro.
They're saying that there's other people saying different things too. They're saying different things. Orlovsky was a big fan of keeping Justin. There's a couple people.
Yeah, a lot of them say that.
You got both.
A lot of them saying they should have kept him. Yeah, a lot of them said that. But then,
thank you.
Hold on.
He didn't give Sean a whole new birthday. He changed his date of birth.
My bad. Colin said they should get rid of him, right? Look at this fourth quarters, get rid of him, right? And then he said, new information, different opinions. So then he said, well, wait a minute. You bringing in Keelan Allen, you got, DJ Moore, you bringing in Swift, you bringing in another tight end, you already got commit. He said, well, hold on. Like, either you didn't want him or you setting Caleb Williams up to be the greatest rookie quarterback ever. Like, he can't fail. You showed up. Think about this, Sean. You showed up a cornerback, an edge, and a linebacker that most defenses would love to do. Right? The Bears gave big money to them positions. They showed up for a couple years at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of defenses are looking for corners and an edge, right? The Bears showed that up. Then they went out and got an offensive line, or a couple linemen, rather, or center, whatever. Brought in running back, brought in extra tight end, brought in another wide receiver. Dude, don't a rookie walk into that?
Never. This is the best scenario.
Damn rookie walk into that
of the NFL.
So once again, so why would you
business moves and change the narrative?
So once again, why would RG3 tell him refuse to go there? Why would that be the statement that you make? You just
he went off the history. No, he went off the history of the Bears. He's not talking about this regime because this regime hasn't proven itself yet. He was talking about the history of the
only
Bears.
thing I can say, only reason I could say he would say that. Okay, one, he's just a hater and he's mad. Okay,
no, stop. Everybody ain't a hater.
Let me finish.
About the Bears. Everybody's not a hater.
Let me finish. I didn't say that was the reason. I didn't say that was the reason. I said here are some of the reasons that he could have said it. Did I not say what he could have said? Why he said it? These are why he could have said it. I didn't. That's an option. That is an option. I didn't say it was the reason. You got to listen. You can't just talk. You got to listen. That could be one of the reasons. Another reason could be is if Caleb fails. If he fails, and there's a chance he could fail. There's a chance he could be great. There's a chance he could fail. And everything in between. If he fails, it's going to go into the same cycle, and when they fire Eberflus
next year,
it may be the same after the 24 season. If they fire him, now you've perpetuated the cycle again that you did with Cutler, that you did with Mitch, that we did with Justin. Right. 3 different quarterbacks. That's what I believe he was saying. That could be the actual reason. Because if he does fail, and they're doing everything to make sure he doesn't, but if he does, there's a small chance that he. Now the cycle is gone. So what? So he's like, dude, you want to get caught in that? You want to get caught in that cycle? And would you put it this way? I don't know, Caleb. I could try and talk to my guy who was his coach, but man, it makes a lot of. To play in front of your hometown people, all right, that's a different thing.
That's a different beat.
And also, you talking about the market. Yeah, Chicago's the 3rd largest market in the country. I get it. But let's not forget, if he stays in the DMV area, he's going to get a lot of marketing opportunities because he's from the DMV area. So the market, the size of the market is not going to matter because he's a hometown guy.
Well, let's not act like Washington ain't a shit show.
It's not. It is, bro. That's why you go after him, bro.
They couldn't even name their team.
That's why you go after him, dude. That's why, because you're.
I agree with that, but don't act like the Bears are coming off recent Super Bowls either.
You're trying to get rid of the Daniel Snyder stench.
Let's look at it.
If you're a new investor, how do you want to return on your money? Oh man, an increase in ticket sales. It's an increase in season ticket sales. Because everyone's going to want to see that kid there. Increase in jersey sales, and that helps the entire NFL.
So Sean, that's what. So they're trying to get rid of stench of Snyder. Everyone's giving him a chance, and this, that, and other. Isn't Poles doing the same thing? Isn't he trying to get rid of that history that the Bears have with quarterbacks and development and all that? He's trying. That's what I'm saying. So,
but it ain't happened yet. Until it happens,
right? But we can say the same thing about Washington. We can say the same thing about New England since Brady left. They ain't done nothing. I don't know why everybody think Justin's just gonna strive in Pittsburgh because Tomlin ain't never developed no damn quarterback, and he ain't an offensive guy either. Ben Roethlisberger was there when he got there, so he ain't did a great job developing QBs either. So I don't.
But what has the Bears done?
I get it. I pointed out what the Bears have done. The Bears have not done well with the quarterback position.
So that's all I'm saying.
But if you talking about,
I know y'all upset, man, because the Bears is on the national spotlight and people are saying this publicly. I get it.
But if you're talking about changing the culture, why not give them a chance to change the culture? If they just feel like Caleb's the dude, like they feel like he's going to be great. I don't think it's a knock on Justin. I think they tried.
No, I'm not a knock on Justin.
I don't think Justin at all.
I think Cam Newton said it best.
That's what he was saying.
I think Cam Newton said it best, is that Justin Fields is understanding in no uncertain terms that this is a business. And I will tell you that I think that unfortunately, I think that the even though it might not seem, it doesn't really go, because if you look at the numbers, it doesn't matter. But Ryan Poles bought himself time. He wanted to reset that quarterback clock. He bought himself time. You can say, hey, now not Eberflus. Eberflus got to win. You got to have 10 wins. Otherwise, hold on, player.
Oh, yeah.
We were ascending. We were ascending with Justin. We should, and the defense that you run gave up some stuff. Gave up those 3 games. Okay. Not to mention Getsy with stupid play calling, and both you might be gone. So it's 10 wins. But he bought his time. He can say, hey, I got a rookie quarterback, man. He needs a year or 2 to develop. So I think it was a CYA thing, all right, for Ryan Poles. I think this was probably the most difficult decision, because if this was year 2 of Justin, I think he goes and gets that haul. But because he's got a CYA, he's got to cover his own rear end.
Why he went out and made all the moves. You're right.
He was like, you know what? I'm buying me time. I love Justin, but I love my job more. Justin ain't gonna pay my bills for my wife and girls. Sorry. And like Cam said,
or at the end of the day, he just sees something in Caleb Williams that says this young man is going to be great. That's what I think. That's just what he sees, and a lot of people feel that way. They saying it's the best prospect since Andrew Luck. Like you're just not going to pass on that, and not saying nothing. I think they could have kept Justin did well. I think they could have got 10 wins with Justin next year. Of course, with the roster they put together, but you got to look. Like, part of being a great GM is making tough decisions. Like Kevin Warren loved Justin. Everybody loved the locker room. You know,
everybody loves it.
That's a tough decision to make, but he wouldn't make that just cause. I don't think he just took it personally on Justin or nothing like that. And I think that's where everybody's coming off. Like it wasn't a Justin shit show. And at the end of the day, regardless of what we think about him in Chicago, the rest of the league don't see it like that, because they were only trying to trade him as a backup. Atlanta
the rest of the league don't see him like that, because y'all ain't did nothing to make him like that.
Atlanta went out and signed a 36-year-old quarterback coming off of ACL over trading for a 24-year-old on a rookie deal. Now you tell me what the league thinks of him.
Well,
so it's
why do they think like that though?
Well, from what we were saying, what I'm hearing was that, one, his asking price was too high for Justin. All right, he was asking a lot for Justin. Maybe I don't know if it was a first or a second. Okay, and people were like, no, because Justin hasn't proven himself yet. All right, but Kevin's about to make a point. What have you done? Like, you didn't develop this guy. Like, you're getting, you know, a blob of clay that hasn't been molded and developed yet. Yep. And they're like, if I'm trading for this and I still got to pick up his 5th-year option, like, I'm not going to trade for him and then cut him next year. Like, then that's stupid, because I just lost draft picks. So I'm going to give you a cheap draft pick, okay? And if I lose, and if he doesn't, okay, well, there you go. But they're not picking. No one's trying to, no one was even remotely considering picking up his 5th year once the trade happens.
Which lets me further know, Sean, Pittsburgh going to put him on the field, because you got to see what you got, right? Yeah. He coming up on this, you know what I mean? So he coming up on his option. You inherit him. You know the situation.
Well, they're not
picking up. You got to pick it up by May 2nd. They're not picking it up.
They're not picking it up. They'll give him time, and they'll say, "Oh, okay, you're good. Okay. All right, cool."
Well, now they got to let him play it out.
No. Right. So by May 2nd, they got to decide, but they're not going to pick it up, and they'll say, "Okay, you play for a new contract. You play for a new contract, because all we lost was a 6th rounder, and if you play well, and we'll start at the $15 to $20 million range for you and go from there." And now, if he does play well, which I hope he does, and he gets that contract, he can't demand Daniel Jones money. He can't demand those types of contract, because, one, he's traded. 2, he doesn't have those type of stats.
Yeah, he gotta earn that.
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh's in a really, really good spot. Really good spot.
Oh, they got a quarterback room of $3 million. I mean, yeah, they're in a great spot.
Exactly. They don't owe nothing. They got to pay Justin's salary this year, but they don't owe Russell nothing.
Something.
It's only like $2 million, ain't it, this year?
Yeah, actual cash is he's a cap hit of 6, but his actual cash is only like 2.5, and Justin's $1 million.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, man, I think everybody's pulling for the kid. I don't all this.
Everybody wants to see him do well.
I think all this Jaden Daniels stuff. No, I think we gotta trust Poles until he shows us that he can't be trusted. I mean, that's how I look at it.
I do. Again, I just don't agree with it, but I still, I don't like it.
Well, when he takes Jaden Daniels, we'll be back same bat time, bat station with another discussion.
Yeah, we'll have another talk. We'll talk about it.
What if he takes Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbor and
when he takes Daniels
or Thomas? What if he gets Michael Thomas Jr. with that 9th pick?
Because Sean, you said it.
That 9th pick good is traded. That 9th pick is traded.
Yeah, they don't trade it. But Sean, you said it. Why hasn't Caleb Williams given the Bears his medical when he's clearly going to the Bears? Because the Bears could be GDs and say, well, you coming to Chicago, work it out, bro. Do what you got to do. Now, you give us the medicals when you want, but we draft him. Like, the Bears can really do that if they want. But if he truly behind the scenes don't want to be there, then the Bears you can't do it. You can't do it. I know you gave up Justin, but if he truly behind the scenes and they know that he don't want to be there, you can't do it. Because you ain't gonna get 100% of the play.
Well, listen, he can sit out, dude. Here's the thing: he can sit out. He's got $11 million in NIL money, and I know it's not the amount of money he's gonna get.
He ain't gonna do that.
But I'm saying it's a game of chicken right now.
He could pull it.
He could because he's got $10 million.
Based on it, he got money, but
I mean that's the thing that makes it different now.
That boy want to play football, man.
He ain't struggling. He ain't hurting for no bread. But I
don't think so.
But I think also with the moves that were made, he damn near made it impossible for Caleb. Caleb would look like a real jerk to come out now and say, "I don't want to go play with them."
Yeah, exactly.
He would look like a total jerk.
He would.
It'd be a bad look, especially with
that situation. Jalen Johnson comments true.
Yeah.
I'm
wondering why he ain't gave the Bears, who's clearly the #1 pick, his medical. Sean got a point on that. Why hasn't he done that?
Has he given anybody his medicals?
He gave nobody.
I don't know. If it ever comes out, he gave Washington and didn't the Bears. That's telling you where he want to go.
Yeah. Well, he's got his private visits because no one at the combine has his. Well, that's actually the reason the combine was created. I was listening to Mike Florio. That was the reason the combine was created because now you got all the team's doctors in one spot. Okay, now everybody can just go through, get poked and prodded, and do whatever. All 32 teams have them. So that's why there's never been a problem with a trade. Never been a problem with a draft day trade. And so his people, I mean, hats off to them for figuring out and using the HIPAA laws and figuring out that they can control where he goes by not giving people the physical. Because if you trade for this guy and he has an impingement in his knee, in his hip, and there's something wrong with him, and you didn't have that, that's a fireable offense. That's a fireable offense for a GM.
Well, that's true.
Nobody's taking that. So, again, his people were clever. Clever as a mother Hubbard.
Yeah. But we can also ask the question, then why hasn't he just come out and say he don't want to play for the Bears? I mean, he could have just did
because he'll still look like a jagbag.
Right.
But you're not giving your medicals to him, and they're clearly #1. What does that say?
It's clearly stating I don't want to play with Chicago. Because what's the issue? Okay. Because if that was the case, you give Chicago, you give his medicals. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm only taking my 30 visit, my private visit to Chicago. That's it. They want me. I'm going there, and that's it. There's no need for any other 30 visits. None. No other private visits necessary. I'm going to Chicago, and then Chicago could start working on a contract. Basically, not working on it, but how they're going to structure it because it's already set how much you can make.
Yeah, I think he's looking at the situation here and what's going on right now, and look, his people are telling him and everybody, they got you in a position to succeed right away.
Yeah, it's can't possibly fail, bro.
Right, it's nothing like that. I mean,
CJ Stroud didn't walk into what you about to walk into.
Right.
Yeah, but CJ Stroud walked into One, you had a lot of high draft picks a couple of the prior years beforehand. Mm-hmm. Two, you had a guy who can develop quarterbacks. That's what he walked into. And then let's not forget Tank Dell. That dude was a stud in college, and it transferred over. So the fact that you had a team there when Caleb Williams got there, and you had a dude who can develop quarterbacks, that was a match made in heaven. But now we have to see how well he can maintain that. When after this season, I would almost bet $100 that Bobby Slowick gets a head coaching gig after this season, because we thought he was gone after this past season. So he's going to get a head coaching gig, because look how Josh Allen struggled when Brian Daboll left to go to the Giants. All right, you don't have your play caller anymore. How are you going to go? So Leonidas, don't worry about him. He's a hater. He comes in all our groups and follows me. So I appreciate you being a fan, sir. We appreciate you following us, and make sure you subscribe to Sports Zone Chicago, our YouTube page. So yeah, he's on everywhere. He's like, dude, damn, worse than a little dog. All he comes on to troll, dude. He comes on every show I'm on. He trolls it. That's okay, and we like it. We like it keeps it spicy. Has nothing. This guy, look, see, this is how you know he don't know football. Has nothing to do with coaching in Texas. Really, when Bobby Slowick was one of the hottest offensive coordinators in the NFL and trying to get a job, that's how you know people. That's just a troll. Again, thank you, sir. I appreciate you being a fan.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but my phone is about to die. Damani got my charger in the bag where he at. So I'm gonna have to sign out.
Don't say I got your charger. You left it up here. I got it. Like I
know he put it on you.
Yeah. Right. You don't blame me.
Right.
See how you create a narrative?
We're gonna finish this Bears talk next week. We do it every week.
Damani got my charger.
I can't hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. He died. I got his damn charge. Ain't that some shit? His drunk ass left it up here.
Right.
I got it.
Right.
Oh, man.
Well, we got about 7 more minutes.
Yep, give or take.
Give or take. Now, can Justin beat out Russ?
No, they said already that he's a backup. Said not even a competition. He's going to be a backup.
But can he beat out Russ?
Actually, I hope he doesn't. Yeah, actually, I don't want him to play. I don't want him to play at all. Here or there, give him some Taysom Hill packages. Yeah, do that. But you know what? Give him what he needed when what he initially should have done, and that's sit out. Sit out a year. All right, watch. Talk to your quarterback coach. Watch a Super Bowl winning quarter. He didn't have that with the Red Rifle. Now he's got a Super Bowl winning quarterback in front of him, and there's a lot to learn. Get your mechanics down, get your fundamentals down, and then next year, if Pittsburgh sees that you've improved, they're going to sign you. And if not, trust me, there'll be quite a few teams that'll be willing to sign. Not for big money. Not for big money. You're gonna have to earn that in a 2 or 3 season span. All right, or 2 season span. But you'll still have that opportunity. So I hope.
Sean, let me ask you a question. Do you consider that quarterback class with 2021 with Justin, Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence? Would you consider that a bust? Like one of the most disappointing draft classes? Only one has remained with their team to draft.
And here's why. All right, I'm going to tell you this, and I don't know if you have ever mentioned it before. Coaching matters. Do you know what they did to Mac Jones in New England?
Oh my God!
Do you know what they did to Mac Jones in New England?
I'm not a Mac Jones fan, but they shitted on him real bad.
I mean, we're talking. We're mad at Justin Fields. At least Justin Fields has guys who are offensive guys. They had a special teams coach, defensive coordinator in charge of his development. So how do you expect someone to get better? Like college to pro, there's a jump. You need your coaches. And talent takes over. Yes, we saw talent take over. We saw Justin running by people. We saw Justin with touchdown passes. It just wasn't consistent. That's the coaching. So coaching, he's still on his team. If Mac Jones had coaching, he's still on the team. So now you got Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, and Justin Fields still on the same team, all balling, making the playoffs or being close to the playoffs. Then all of a sudden that draft isn't a bust. So I guess technically, yes, it is a bust. But the reason it is a bust because the organizational failures from some of those teams that drafted those quarterbacks. So to answer your question, yes, it would be that class would be a bust, but that the fault goes to the organizations who drafted them and really did them no favors.
Hey, Sean, you ever watched the movie The Fan?
Oh, with De Niro?
Yeah.
I saw it I only saw it once, so I don't remember very. I'm not like my other movies.
You got to know the premise though. He had a fan, a crazed fan.
Yes.
That was watching.
You got Leonidas. That's
you
Leonidas,
got you one. You got you one.
That's Leonidas, bro. That's Leonidas.
And I hope House don't run into Ryan Poles nowhere because I'm scared for him.
Is that on site? Is he on site for House?
Dead ass.
He's on site for House, huh?
On site.
Hey,
House is so upset.
Hey, back in the day, I got a buddy. Won't say his name. I'm not gonna say how he got Lovey Smith's actual phone number. He was calling Lovey like, "What the F are you doing?" Lovey would answer the phone like, "Who is this?" But it was classic how he got it. I won't say how and all of that, but man, he got Lovey's phone number, man, and he used to call Lovey like, "What are you doing? What are you doing on site?" It was classic. It was classic.
No, House is highly upset. No, that draft class. I mean, it was the expectations. I thought Justin was the second best behind Lawrence in that class. San Fran, because they winning, they got a pass. So that was one of the dumbest to draft.
Trade.
Yeah, they traded up to draft that dude. What's
3
his name?
first rounders.
Hey, we're gonna put you in touch with Cockburn for protection.
Yeah. Why would I hire Kofi Coburn for protection? I don't get it.
Hey. You have
because Leonidas? Okay.
Leonidas.
All right, I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you. You'll see why I was a league MVP twice and 3 times. All right, you'll see why. I still got some anger issues, and they were just resurfaced with the Justin trade. So come on.
Hey, what's that phrase? F around and find out.
Oh yeah, they're gonna find out.
Hey, House, Poles ain't no little dude.
Right.
Poles a big boy now.
Right.
But he is rather slight now, though. I've noticed he's been losing a lot of weight. He lost a good 30 to 40 pounds. I'm like, okay.
Well,
all right, Slim Jim.
You got to look the part now. You can't be a sloppy looking GM, man.
True.
Yeah.
Especially at his age.
And his suit game strong too. He got a strong suit game.
You better with all that money they're giving you. Damn.
Yeah, he got a strong suit game.
Hey man, great show. I know we were struggling early. We picked it up, but guess what? We right back at it again. Lefty.
BC saved my life.
You got something right here.
Oh, my bad. Mind your business. Mind your business.
How you take your BC compared to other people, mind your business.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Lefty, get your parting shots, man.
Hey, once again, man, condolences to our, SmokeFellas brothers and their losses. Happy birthday once again, Belinda, Squirrel, all you guys. Happy birthday. Also, my mom's birthday just passed too, man. So happy birthday, Mom. I ain't get to say it on the show last week, but yeah, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And
yeah.
Hey, blackout. It was a time. We had a great time. Y'all know we got some other big events coming up. We're gonna be doing Final Four Madness, and tune in May 4th, man. Our Derby hats and fedora party is gonna be great, man. Watching the Derby, so come on out, run with the fellas, man. Follow us. We're gonna be all summer. We got a lot of big events coming up, so appreciate the following. Yeah, I don't know. Are we on next week? We got that thing.
Yeah, that is true. Sean, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay.
For next week. But the blackout don't owe me nothing. Everybody that came and showed up and showed out, blackout owes nobody nothing.
Definitely appreciate everybody who came out, man. It was a great time. We had a great time.
And I want to give another special shout out. I can't remember his name and had the full truck. Lefty, you can say his name, but he saved my life.
It's
he
in my
saved
phone.
my life.
It's in my phone. Yeah.
With that steak sandwich that
That's
came
not
through.
The food truck saved my life. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I know Kev had to drop off because his cricket went out.
Lucky has his charger.
No,
right.
He didn't
got his charger.
I got his charger.
He didn't pay the bill, and Cricket sent that message. We about to shut you off.
How does it feel now, Kevin? Shutting power off. Click.
Right. He went from cutting off to getting cut off.
Like I always say, man, where there's smoke,
there's the fellas.
Peace.
All right, man. We'll check y'all out.